my Ubass number 465, and it's my continued exploration into making Ubasses bigger than a ukulele. So this is 32-inch scale. It's approximately the size of a cello, a little bit longer scale, and it's hollow. We've got western cedar and some white fir. Actually, yeah, that's Douglas fir for the sides, the frame that goes around this, and then under the bridge is a block which holds the piezo for the Ubass, basic Ubass system. You got your controls up here, you got your, down here you got the where the jack goes in is where the batteries are. It lasts a long time. And then the piezo under the bridge, and then you see these two little screws back here are the height adjustment for the bridge, so it'll push on it, the piezo sandwiched in between, so you can lift or lower the bridge to your content. So it's a different design than a cello or an upright bass in that you have this system here. It's not sitting on the top, it's actually part of the internal body, but it is a hollow body. That's all hollow around it. And cellos and basses and violins in general, they all have a post underneath them. So it's not that different of a design in that there's a block there. It's just sturdier to handle the piezo. So you get the pressure down on the piezo. The more pressure you have on the piezo, the stronger the signal that comes out of it. And of course, the remarkable thing about Ubasses is how much they sound like a string bass. A lot of that has to do, I mean, the piezo system, it's really not a whole lot different as far as I can tell from any modern acoustic guitar setup where you have one of these controls. They're all pretty much the same thing. The real difference is the strings, and this is the problem I'm having with a longer scale, is that you can't use regular Ubass strings. They're really rubbery. They stretch and stretch and stretch, and you just cannot, after a certain scale length, around 25 inches, they just will not stretch out to pitch. So I had to go a different route, and what I have here is the best solution I've found so far, which are synthetic upright strings. They're made out of nylon with a Kevlar core, but I wish I had the rubber strings. I really do. I like the sound of those better, but maybe someday the string manufacturers will catch up. They've already made them extended to 25 inches as opposed to 22, which they were originally, so I have hope. But these strings do okay. It is a Ubass. It's not a violin style instrument, and mainly because it doesn't have the really deeply arched fretboard. And the reason violins and cellos and basses to have that, because they use a bow. And in order, if it's too flat, you can't hit the strings individually. So that's why they have that really big arch on them, is for the bow. Well, you're not going to play this with a bow. So it's not designed for that. What it's good for is a substitute for an upright. I mean, it's perfect for studio work, and it'd be great to play out because it's so easily, it's so much more portable than an upright bass. I mean, that's having owned an upright bass, that's the nightmare of it, is how do you move it around? They're big old horses. So this is about as close as you're going to get. I mean, all Ubasses sound fantastic in my opinion. So western cedar, got your walnut fretboard, maple neck, standard Ubass componentry. I have a wood bridge on here right now. I'm going to experiment with polycarbonate and with an aluminum bridge to see if I can change the tonality. Main thing is that attack sound that it picks up so easily. Some of that can be controlled up here with the tone controls. You can take it away. You can do a lot of tone shaping up here if you want to. You can go really deep bass, or you can be more trebly. Turn the bass all the way off. Lose a lot though. Gotta have that bass on there. It's a nice thing, you know. It's a nice setup. I'm happy with it. I don't know if I'll make any more of these. I'm still going to experiment with it. I don't think I'm going to go 32-inch scale again until somebody comes up with the right string. So the next one is probably going to be 25, 26-inch scale, more guitar scale. So here it is, upright Ubass number 465.